Hey, welcome back to Cars, Golf, and Cigars. I'm your man, Kadon Sterling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're brand new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I've been saying it for the last 4.5 years. It really is important to the channel, okay? It takes no time to hit subscribe and hit like. If you like what we do, if you like what I got going on, if you like the car reviews, the golf conversations, and golf reviews, if you really enjoy anything that has to do with cigars, you at the right channel. There's no place else for you to be but right here with me. I got you. And I take y'all all around the country with me. No matter where I go, I take y'all with me. Now let's get to the business before we get to the cigar. I'm gonna tell you exactly what we're gonna review today. Etsy.com is where you can go to get all your apparel when it comes to cars, golf, and cigars. When it comes to my company, Fearless Ambition Inc. All right, especially one of these, Cigar State of Mind. Hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts are all available, all colors, at Etsy.com. In the search bar, you put Mogul Mindset. It's one word, people. Mogul Mindset. Okay? Put that in there. All the apparel is on there. Order yours today. For all my cigar lovers, for all my brothers of the leaves, for all my sisters of the leaves, why don't you have one of these? Because this is what we're about. We are on a cigar state of mind daily. Daily. All right? Now that we got that out the way, we're going to talk about the other business too, my other YouTube channel. We're going to actually review a CI special. This is what I call a CI special, Cigar International special, all right? It's called Cream. Now, I really think this is one of Cigar International cigars themselves. I think they manufacture these because it comes in a couple of names. It's called the Cream Bundle. The Nicaraguan, this particular one is the Brazilian Cream, and they also have the Dominican Cream. This particular one is a Toro, and this one is more of a Madero. So, we're gonna go through it. We got something right here in the cup. And you know I got my man Bronson with me. That's my guy. My favorite ashtray in the whole world. Got my lighter. Yeah. Let's cut this, let's spark this, and let's talk about it. And I'm gonna give y'all my real review in real time on what I think about it. This is a little dry right now. I will be honest, I didn't really have it in the humidor on the proper temperature, so I'll put that on me. Pull is good. The construction is not that bad. But I also, like I said, I don't think I really properly stored these the right way compared to my other cigars. So I can see some blemishes within the wrap, but I will put part of that on me. Now, a lot of times we take a chance on these CI specials, Cigar International specials, because they're very inexpensive. This particular cigar, a bundle of these should run you maybe about $40. When I say a bundle, I'm talking about 25. All right. So that's very, very affordable. So I'm just trying to see if this is something that is a daily right now. Let me give you my feedback on taste. Okay, first things first. I definitely taste or get a sense of cedar. a very, very slight taste of pepper. The cedar is actually kind of strong. Not cinnamon, anything like that, but definitely cedar. Woody-ish. I'm really not sure where the tobacco is from in this, but I'm going to, even though just because the name say Brazilian cream don't mean the tobacco came from Brazil. I'm definitely feeling that this is a Ecuadorian filler when it comes to tobacco. Absolutely, Maduro. But while we do the first third, I want to get into the conversation. Now, if anybody saw the fight last night, Showtime, first of all, a tremendous, tremendous congratulations to GTD, Gervonta, Tank Davis, his whole promotion company, and his people. Coach Calvin, his whole team. Excellent win, big win. Stop playing with Gervonta. He is the truth. He is the face of boxing right now. He is that guy, and he actually is that good. And I think that for the most part, media refuses to give him his props when it comes to his ring IQ. He's smart. He fought a very smart fight that only went, what, 7 rounds? He knew his opponent, and he did not underestimate his opponent. Let's not take nothing away from Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia can fight. Ryan Garcia is also that guy. Take nothing away from that kid. Okay, we have not seen hands like his speed-wise and in a long time. And he has power in both hands. He's not a fluke. He's going to have some major championships, I believe, going into his career. He's only 24 years old. He honestly was, I think he just outfought himself when it comes to mindset, because like Floyd Mayweather said one time, it don't make a difference what your team tell you. It don't make a difference what kind of tape you watch. It don't make a difference what you did with your sparring partners. It don't make a difference about none of that. Fight night, in the ring, it's just you and me, nobody else. So whatever they taught you or whatever they told you will go out the window when it's just you and me. And personally, I think that's really what happened. He got in there with Gervonta, and he realized from the second round, oh, I can be put on my ass. And he was. He was. Yeah, he wanted to come back strong. Yeah, he wanted to prove something. But at the same time, that does something to a fighter's mentality. If he don't get past that within the first 2 rounds, it does something to a fighter's mentality to think, damn, I did just get put on my ass. Now I'm under pressure because I just lost this round, obviously. And this guy knows he can hit me. And now the whole world knows he can hit me. So I think Ryan basically outfought himself in his head, and he did not stick to a game plan. And personally, I feel if he would have kept going with the fight and tried to make the fight longer, he probably would have had a better chance. But I still think he might have lost on points. And honestly speaking, I'm gonna be very honest with you. If Tank didn't get him in the 7th, I think Tank honestly would have knocked him out between the 8th and the 9th. Tank is that good. He figured him out, and he had no worries. He knew he was going to come with the storm, and he didn't care about him coming with the storm. He did the right thing. When the storm came, Tank got under the storm. He didn't stay on the outside and let Ryan throw his hands. He got under the storm and stayed under his chest, where it's harder for him to throw those hands. He could do nothing but throw hooks, and hooks can be blocked when the person's right here in your chest. Yo, Tank fought a damn good fight, man. Back to this. Okay. All right. Now, y'all know I give it to y'all 100% straight. This would not be a daily for me unless I honestly had nothing else to smoke. It's not horrible. It's just not for my palate on a daily basis. It's 100% a good lounge cigar. You know me. You know me. By now, y'all know me. I like certain cigars for the cars, and I like certain cigars for the lounge. This is more or less a lounge cigar to me. I'm not, maybe because I'm not big into a lot of Maderos, but a lot more nowadays. I've been, smoking Maderos, and there's something that I really enjoy. This would not be one of those dailies for me. This is actually one of the ones I would probably give the company when they come by and they want to go downstairs to my smoking lounge and they want to, sit outside with me downstairs and burn a stick down there. I probably would give them these if they don't have none, if they didn't bring their own. You know what I'm saying? This is for company. But if I had absolutely nothing else to smoke, this would do. I wouldn't throw it away, and I'm gonna finish it. The pull so far is good, and I'm big on pull. Y'all know that. The pull so far is actually really good. I'm really not big on the filler. I'm not big on the aftertaste of it. And I think that's really where, for me, the filler and the aftertaste is just, it's not my palate. But once again, let me throw this disclaimer to people. I am not a tobaccoist. I am a cigar enthusiast. And there's a difference. I didn't go to school to study tobacco, okay? There are people that are tobaccoists, and they can tell you all the breakdowns of all the seeds and everything like that. That's not Kadon Sterling. I'm going to tell you what my palate says. I'm going to tell you immediately how I feel about a stick, because I am a cigar smoker. And you are watching Cars, Golf, and Cigars. See the segue? Now, let me hit this again. We about done with the first third. We're gonna go to the half. We're gonna find the soft spot in there, which I can feel right here. And I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, let's keep it going. We was talking about the fight last night, right? Now, I want to discuss things I liked and things I did not like. Now, also, let me point this out to y'all. I supported the fight, okay? I didn't fire stick it. I paid for it. I don't pay for a lot of fights because I could just go out and watch them. But that fight I wanted to pay for. I wanted to show my support to the athletes. I wanted to show support to the production. And that's how you do it. People work hard to put their things together so people can support them. So I absolutely paid for the fight and supported the fight. And I'm happy I did. But I will say this to the GTT camps, you know what I'm saying? To Tank's camp, and also to Golden Boy. And I don't know if Floyd actually had anything to do with it business-wise, but I do know he was absolutely, him and his right-hand man was absolutely a major presence at the fight, and that's good. I think that's great for both boxers. But let's get to the undercard. The undercard was garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Okay? The only guy on the undercard that showed some kind of superstar potential was the guy from Cuba, the young guy. He's like 25 years old, David Mali or Malari Jr., something like that. If I'm saying his name, I apologize. If I'm saying his name wrong. But he was in there with a bum. He was in there with an absolute bum. That guy never should have been in there. The guy was 10 years older than him and looked like he was 10 years older than him. You know what I'm saying? And the fight lasted 26 seconds. Okay, because he put the guy to sleep, but that was going to happen anyway. That guy should never been in that ring with him. But, that's what boxing does. When they trying to build their future superstars up, they put them in there with a bunch of, they give them at least 4 or 5 fights that they know for a fact, if you can't beat this guy, You know, these are stepping stones for you to build your name up, build your record up. When you build your record up, it's all about numbers. Then you can actually say, can I get on this? Can I get on that card? Can I get on this card? Can I fight this guy? Can I fight this guy? Then you can say, as a prize fighter, I want to fight for a certain amount of money. But the undercard was garbage. There was nothing exciting about the undercard at all. It was like nothing, man. And it just made me say to myself, damn, where is the heavyweight division? Don't tell me it's with Fury. You can't disrespect Fury or his record, but don't tell me it's with Fury. Deontay Wilder, I need to see him come back and do his thing. I want to see him come back and do his thing. I want to see him come back and be a champ again. But he needs to fight a great fight. He had 3 fights that's going to stay with him. And it's a shame, really, in today's boxing, that 1 loss or 2 losses, 3 losses, people start looking at you like you lost your whole career. It should never be like that. It should never be like that. We should continue to support our fighters, our boxers, regardless, you know. One guy fought last night. I seen his record was 26-16. It turned out to be 26-17. Now, I will say this. If you don't lost 17 professional boxing fights, you need to not do this no more. That's not for you. It can't always just be the judges. 12 of them are you. You got to think about if you need to keep doing this, and you ain't never had a belt yet. You a stepping stone for all the guys coming up. So it just made me say to myself, damn, what happened to our heavyweight division, man? What happened to our heavyweight division? Remember, if y'all remember correctly, heavyweight was boxing. Now, we love and adored our Sugar Ray Leonard's, Roberto Duran's, Hagler. Come on, man. Tommy the Hitman. We loved that middleweight division. We loved it. Chavez. We love it. Pee Wee. And you can never forget the king of boxing himself when it comes to numbers, Floyd Mayweather. But where is our heavyweight division? Can't say Joshua. Can't say that. Because Joshua cannot hold down the heavyweight division. And he should be able to. He has all the skills in the world. But let's be honest about it. Anthony Joshua does not have the chin, or I would say, I'm not going to say the heart. I'm just going to say the mentality to keep going after he falls into a struggle. It's hard for him to come out of the struggle when the fight gets tough for him. He's not a punk, but he just, I think mentally, the fight starts to beat him more than his opponent. The fight starts to beat him. You know, whatever he's dealing with. If he feels like he's losing, if he feels like he's winning, you know, he's like Lennox Lewis all over again. But if he feels like he's losing, it's hard for Anthony Joshua to come back from that. And for years, we wanted to see Anthony Joshua and Wilder. But honestly speaking, straight up and down, Wilder, I think, would tear this boy ass up. He would tear him up in about 4 rounds, 4 to 5 rounds, because Joshua is a great boxer. There's boxing and there's fighting. Joshua is an excellent boxer. The sweet science of boxing he has. The natural, I'm going to tear your head off, because I got that one punch stunner, good night punch, is Wilder. But I've been seeing some sparring and some training with Wilder, and he's looking better. Like, his hooks is even looking like real hooks. You know what I'm saying? But now I think about it like this. Does the world really want to see Wilder and Joshua fight now? I think that's time has passed. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. If the fight don't make sense, they don't need to do it. So now you're looking at other gentlemen now. Shakur, Haney. That Haney fight is going to be a great fight. Don't y'all sleep on that in May. That's going to be a great fight. Haney is the truth. But he's going in that ring with somebody who has way more ring experience than him and the same amount of power. So that's going to be a great fight. Looking forward to that. But going back to the fight with Tank and Ryan Garcia, listen, man, let me tell y'all something. If you say you wasn't a little on the fence of, is Tank gonna pull through this, you lying. Because you know he was going in there with somebody who could possibly become victorious over him. You knew that. If anybody had a chance, Ryan had a chance. And that's why you got to give Gervonta his props, because he knew that. And knowing that, he humbled himself and put his ego to the side and said, I'm not going to underestimate this kid. I'm going to let him, I'm going to see everything he doing. I'm going to let him rock. I'm going to let him throw those, because he has to come at me. It wasn't no belts on the line. So it wasn't no titles on the line. It was pride. It was the name. It was the recognition. And also the big bag. This fight, if Ryan would have won, would have propelled him someplace else in boxing. And he would have did it off of Tank's shoulders. Tank wouldn't have lost no belt. But it would have been another fight sooner or later that they would have to put them belts on the line. Absolutely. And both men being undefeated, that's a big deal. Nobody wants to take their first loss, and everybody's going to get one sometime. Let's not say that, because Floyd didn't, but nobody wants to take their first loss, you know what I'm saying? But they know it might come someday. And I think Tank is smart enough to know that he might take one day, but right now, it don't seem like nobody. I don't care who you put in the ring with him. His IQ for boxing is a lot higher than people give him, and he has an eye and a natural ability not to get hit. He has learned the science of boxing now. It's not just he go out there and he's just trying to knock people out. He's learning how to make sure they don't knock him out. They don't hurt him. And that's applaudable. He walked out of that ring yesterday. He could afford another fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get hurt at all. Not one time. Ryan caught him with a great right hook, touched him, but he ate it. He didn't get hurt by it. He moved with it. He got caught, but it didn't change nothing. It didn't change anything. You know, that body shot he dropped Ryan with was, man, that was just natural instinct on his part. To know where he was at and know what position of the body was open for attack at all times. And he saw it, and it happened so fast that even Ryan didn't even know he got hit. He didn't even realize he got hit until he stepped back 2 steps and took a breath. And then it hit him. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I'm down. And when he went down on that one knee and he tried to get back up, that's the shot he's still feeling right now. Right now, as a millionaire, he's still feeling that. He's feeling that side rib and that lung right now. But either way, it was a great contest between them. I'm glad they got it out the way. I'm glad they did it. I honestly just want to see Tank fight for 2 more years and retire. I like to see the young man retire at 30 years old, worth $150 million, and taking care of his family and going into business. That's what I want to see Tank do, you know, and for real. That's why, and leave on top with an undefeated record, with all the belts and everything that he's worked so hard for, and sit back at 30 and go, wow, I did that. Now I can watch other people do it, because I don't have to physically put myself in that no more. And too bad for Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? And Bernard Hopkins. Y'all was talking a lot of trash. And y'all should. Y'all money was on y'all people. You know what I mean? But Canelo's not there with y'all no more. So still bank on Ryan. Ryan is going to come back and he's going to win. I guarantee you he's going to win his next fight, whoever he fights. But it just won't be Davis. And I don't see no reason for them to do a rematch. None. Keep it going. And Romello, there's no reason for... Listen, Romello walked out of there talking about me and Tank is going to run it back, you know, wearing the oversized shades that don't fit his face. Me and Tank is going to run it back, and we're going to do it again. I'm going to get my belt. I'm going to get me a belt in May, and then after that, I'm going to make sure we sign. There's no reason for Tank to fight you ever again. Nobody wanted to see you get beat more than me. And to see you get beat, and especially in New York, was a privilege. And thank you, Javante, for putting him on his ass, putting him down, making him sit down. Not saying Romello can't fight, because the kid can fight. But you ain't that guy. My guy. You're not that guy. You can fight, and you got hands, and you hit hard. He ain't no scrub. But you're not that guy. Now, when Tank and them get out the sport, maybe you'll be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But you lost. And you lost fairly and squarely, and you got knocked out. You ran your mouth. You couldn't cash that check that you talked about cashing with Tank. And you got to eat that like a man. Salute him and say, you got that. Another thing I want to say before we go, with Ryan Garcia, very classy guy. He walked in there like a real man. He walked out of there like a real man. And he held his head up high. He made no excuses. He was done with all the BS talking. And he walked out of there, and he earned everybody's respect. Everybody's respect. You can't take nothing away from that kid. Nothing away from that kid. He's a very, very great fighter. He's going to have to step up. I think he's going to 140. And at 140, whoever is it for him to fight at 140, let's see what happens. But very classy guy on how he handled it after the fight. So, now, back to this. This is not my favorite. I'm not feeling it like that. Cigar International, this is not the one. This, not for me. Not gonna say not for you, but not for me. All right? But, like I said, if I had nothing else, you know, and don't forget, Cigar State of Mind, hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and everything included on Etsy.com. Search bar, Mogul Mindset. This is Cars, Golf, and Cigars. I thank y'all so much for being here with me for this cigar review. Tell everybody, okay? Word of mouth is how you build a brand, people. And I got big announcements coming up for the summertime. And I'm going to let y'all know about them on a couple of more episodes and maybe even a couple of shorts. All right, later.